Who was the greatest Roman emperor? It is a complex question. After all, what makes someone great? Their military accomplishments, building programs, ability to keep the peace, establish the dynasty, or is something else entirely? Or perhaps, a combination of all those things? What about the notorious emperors like Caligula or Nero, considered madmen and monsters, but who kept the empire peaceful and prosperous? Or soldier emperors like Caracalla, who held the empire together in difficult moments? Indeed, it isn't easy to define a Roman emperor, especially as many men wore purple throughout its long history. However, there are, indeed, few rulers who set the course of ancient Rome and shaped its history. So here are 5 greatest Roman emperors. Augustus. Unsurprisingly, the title of the first greatest Roman emperor goes to Caesar Augustus. While in his youth, Octavian plunged Rome into one of the bloodiest civil wars and toppled the Roman Republic. As Emperor Augustus, he created the strong foundation for one of the truly greatest of all empires in human history. Augustus also conquered the last of the Hellenistic kingdoms, Ptolemaic Egypt, which became the emperor's private possession and the breadbasket of Rome. After becoming Roman emperor, Augustus reformed the Roman government, law, and army. By transferring the legions to the frontier, Augustus prevented usurpation and secured lasting peace. He also established the Praetorian Guard. With the help of his trusted friend Agrippa, Augustus commissioned a major building program, transforming Rome into a magnificent imperial capital and the center of the ancient world. But most importantly, Augustus laid the foundation for the first of many imperial dynasties, the Julio-Claudian dynasty. Vespasian, the Roman emperor who brought stability. Augustus' heirs ruled the Roman Empire for almost a century until the violent demise of its last member, Emperor Nero, plunged the empire into chaos of civil war, also known as the Year of the Four Emperors. The winner of the struggle, Emperor Vespasian, established a new and powerful Flavian dynasty. The Flavians restored the stability of the empire, reformed its finances, and built magnificent monuments, of which the Colosseum in Rome is the most important. Vespasian strengthened the army. He was also the first Roman emperor to be succeeded by his own son, Titus, thus establishing a precedent for imperial succession by blood. Trajan and Hadrian, conqueror and builder. Trajan is widely known as the emperor who brought Rome to its apex. Trajan's Dacian War, immortalized in the Trajan's Column, and the emperor's victory over the mighty Parthian Empire, extended the boundaries of the empire to an extent never seen before. His successor Hadrian, however, wisely decided to halt the advance and withdraw the legions to easily defensible positions. In doing so, Hadrian drew the boundaries of the Roman Empire, which would remain unchanged for several centuries. Hadrian was also an ancient globetrotter, spending most of his reign roaming over his vast empire. Adored by the army, Roman Emperor Hadrian was also very fond of Hellenistic culture. Emperor's love for ancient Greece is best reflected in his building program, of which the most famous are the Pantheon and the opulent Hadrian's Villa in Tivoli. Marcus Aurelius, philosopher and soldier. Marcus Aurelius was the last of the 5 good emperors who led Rome through a long period of peace and prosperity. Unfortunately for Marcus Aurelius, the author of Meditations and Philosopher King, chaos and warfare dominated most of his reign as Roman emperor. After losing his co-emperor, Lucius Verus, to a devastating Antonine plague, the philosopher-emperor had to deal with the calamities alone. He spent the rest of his reign at the Danubian frontier, fighting against the Germanic barbarians in the Marcomannic Wars. As a response to the crisis, Marcus Aurelius started to promote army officers and civilian administrators based on merit and ability rather than birth and class. The process started under Hadrian but intensified under Marcus Aurelius. Those promoted were also automatically elevated in rank. The result was greater social mobility. The Roman emperor's reforms also broadened the base for army recruitment, allowing for greater flexibility in the future. It is hard to decide which of these emperors was the best, so I will stick to my statement that each of them brought something which helped Roman Empire to shine in its full glory, power, and beauty. This was History Revamped. To the next video.